Everybody, learn something different. Why are you so big?
Okay, I'm gonna quit for real. And there's a reason for this size, but I'll show y'all just in a little bit. But for now, greetings, creatures and humans alike. I am MagiQDog, and tonight we shall be doing a creature of the week stream. Yeah, I totally did not fumble there. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this class started. For tonight, we shall be learning about scribble. Big scribbles, every scribble. Ha! The mermaids. So yeah, this is why I'm kind of small and stuff, because that way my wings don't be blocking out the face or anything. But anyways, we are going to be in for a major treat, because I got a lot of stuff to talk about mermaids and stuff. And before we get started though, I will give a heads up, because I do have a bit of a pronunciation problem. So I could be saying some stuff here and there that may not be right and stuff. And apparently I know that kind of gets under some people's nerves here and there's, but that's your warning right there. Anyways, let's go on ahead and get this class started. Shall we, students? Okay. Okay. So, mermaids are one of the most famous type of sea creatures in myths and legends from across the world, with their origins coming from Mesopotamian and Greek. Mermaids are described as having the upper half of a beautiful woman with the lower half of a fishtail. In myths and arts, mermaids are shown to have beautiful smooth skin, long flowing hair that is maintained, and a beautiful face. With their fish counterparts, there doesn't seem to be a common type of body. Or it could be that the mermaids simply have their own defined type of fish body. Although one could say that their bodies could adapt to be like other fish, like tuna, sharks, salmons, uh, cow, cow? Anyways, clownfish, etc. For breathing, myths like Greek don't account any features and simply believe that magical powers allow them to breathe underwater. Although, in some cases and stuff, they could have like gills on their necks or behind the ears. Oh, hey, Galaxy! I'm doing fine, how about you? Anyways, um, it is also believed that they have sharp teeth as well. We'll kind of get into that later on into it. But yeah, glad you're doing great, Galaxy. Anyways, like dragons, unicorns, and Bigfoots, there are different kinds of mermaids or mermaid like creatures from different myths, legends, and religions across the world. Of course, there are the regular mermaids mentioned in Europe and Greek myths. Then you have the Melusines, which are a winged two-tailed mermaids that are also told in European myths. You also got the Rusalka, which are a Slavic mermaid-like spirits that are associated with water and are often malicious to people. Then you have the let's see, let me try to pronounce this right. Oh, it's been going pretty good. Let's see. I finally beat the noble boss, so I'm completely done with Cleavor, and didn't really lose any members and stuff. Although I did lost a couple of people during training, including Microlava. Oh, Microlava! I was gonna go so far with them. Oh well. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah. Then you have the Mambubuno. Um, Mambubuno. These Filipino mermaids have black scales on their two fishtails that will kidnap people and drown any that dare to escape. Then you have the Cameroon Chingu spirits that bring good fortune and act as mediators between their worshippers and the spirit world. Yep. And then from the Irish and Celtic Merrows to the Australian evil giant, um, let me see if I can pronounce this right. Muldjewangks. Muldjewangk. But yeah, that's just in case y'all need to look that up later on. And you even have the Jinja Himes, who serve the dragon sea god Ryujin, and Ningyo's yokais that are mermaid shape. There are many different kinds that you may hang on, let me rephrase that. There are many different kinds that makes you wonder what truly is swimming in the seas. Now, we all know that mermaids are considered mortal-based creatures, though they do have a longer lifespan than us humans. Well, actually, you humans. I'm not really a human. I'm a magician and stuff. But anyways, but did you guys know that they have major connections with gods and goddesses? Let me explain. Historians believe that the very concept of mermaids could be traced back to ancient gods and goddesses that are depicted as half humanoids and half fish. One of the earliest deities that appeared as a mermaid is Atargatis. She is a Semitic goddess that was worshipped in ancient Syria and is thought to be the very first mermaid. Another one from Semitic mythology is Dagon, a sea and fertility god. Another Mesopotamian sea god is Oannes, Oannes. He is first depicted as a human head with a fish body type of god, but later on he gained more of a human torso. But besides Mesopotamia, there are other cultures that depict gods that are like merfolks. Triton, the son of Poseidon and Amphitrite, has the lower half of a fish, making him a merman in a sense. In West Africa, Caribbean, and South America, a powerful goddess named Mami Wata is sometimes depicted as a mermaid, along with her being part snake or having a full-on humanoid form. Let's see, other major gods and goddesses include Ran, the Nordic goddess of the sea, who uses her net to catch some sailors and cause shipwrecks. Sedna, the Inuit sea and underworld goddess that is sometimes depicted as either a mermaid or a giant in some versions. And Varuni, the Hindu ocean goddess and the wife of Varuna. Since there are so many deities with merfolk-like features, people believe that mermaids are semi-divine beings that are associated with the sea gods. Mermaids, like any other magical creatures, have amazing powers and abilities that can be used. Mermaids, being half fish, are excellent swimmers with the swimming abilities that can allow them to swim across the seas at very fast speeds. Anyway, mermaids are also said to have enchanting voices whose singing can lure sailors to their deaths. It is also told that they can create or summon storms and have some control over the sea. There are also immortality, and it is believed that some can live forever. In fact, the Japanese people believe that eating the flesh of a Ningyo, I might be pronouncing that right, Ningyo. Anyways, they're like Japanese mermaid yokai that I mentioned before. Basically, eating their flesh may give you the chance of gaining immortality. Then again, it could also cause death, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. Let's see, other abilities include telepathy, foresight into the future, shapeshifting, and even in some cases, flying, believe it or not. Point is, mermaids have a number of magical powers that they use on humans. And cutting to that, relationships between humans and mermaids aren't what Disney would tell you. In fact, sailors were terrified of mermaids or even encountering one. This is due to the superstitions that mermaids will lure sailors with both their enchanted songs and seductive beauties to lead sailors to their death, whether it be by sudden violent storms or causing shipwrecks. This is also related to the Sirens, another creature from Greek mythology that also lures sailors to their deaths with their songs. But leading to their deaths isn't the only thing to fear. Sailors' superstitions believe that seeing one on a voyage is a bad omen, leading to hardship, possible shipwrecks, or even tough weather. Then you have the mermaid creatures that simply want to kill people. Let's see. You have the Rusalka, the spirit of people that died in violent deaths like murder or drowning. They are also known to be malevolent to people and drown them in their rivers and lakes. However, despite the fears, it's not always a bad relationship with humans. Some mermaids are known to be benevolent as they could save drowning peoples, give away boons that bestow magic, and there are even some mermaids who would even fall in love with humans and have a family. Aww. Anyways, now that we know about the mermaids, what about the mermen? Well, they're basically the same as mermaids, except they have a male upper torso. So, yeah, ain't really that difficult to say. Let's see. But you don't really get much attention as there are less sightings of mermen compared to mermaids. But other than that, they coexist and live normally with mermaids, like humans or any other mortal creatures. There's even a type of merfolk that seems to be mainly male, which are the Zititrons. They are basically merfolks but with a nice helmet, armor like scales, and are known as Knights of the Seas as they are defenders. As I mentioned before, sailors are fearful of mermaids and try to avoid them at all costs. Of course, this is partly due to their vicious natures, but it's also due to the superstitions that I mentioned before. Of course, this would include like their singing and beauty leading to death, the superstition of seeing one will cause bad luck and omen that will lead to hard times, and of course, there's a superstition of them being a sign of rough weather. Although with mermaids having the power to control the weathers, this could be the case. Let's see. Of course, not all of these superstitions are bad. If some sailors are lucky, they may encounter good mermaids who can offer blessings and even aid in protecting their ships and the sailors themselves. And the reason that sailors have these superstitions is because their life of sailing in the seas are filled with many dangers and unpredictability, so they rely heavily on their beliefs in order to stay alive. Now then, other than the famous gods like Sedna and Atargatis, or even mermaids like creatures like the Nereis, there aren't many named mermaids due to their tricky relationship. However, there are some famous mermaids told in myths and legends. One being Thessalonike. She is the sister. She is the sister of Alexander the Great, but upon her death, she became a mermaid and headed to the seas. She was said to reside at Aegean Seas, Haegean. I hate the fact that I have to spell these. But anyways, she pretty much stays around that seas, where she'll drown any sailors who fail to answer her questions related to her brother. Then there's the Mermaid of Zennor, from Cornish fairy tales. She was a mysterious lady who would attend a church in Zennor. One day she was followed by a man, and the two were never seen again. Later on, however, some sailors came across a mermaid and realized that she was a lady that attended their church, and so they let her enter her home. I am sorry, I gotta clear my throat for a second. Anyways, uh, however, they realized that she was the lady that attended to their church, and so they would let her enter her home when she asked to. Then finally, there is the famous Little Mermaid. And no, I'm not talking about the Disney movie. I'm talking about the original fairy tale written by Hans Christian Andersen. In this tale, an unnamed mermaid princess lived in the underwater utopia and wanted to see the human world. She eventually fell in love with a prince that she rescued one day. She asked for help by a sea witch to gain human legs. The sea witch happily helped by giving her a potion that will grant her human legs in exchange for her voice, or in this case, her tongue. However, the sea witch did warn that she must marry him before anyone else, otherwise, upon the first dawn of their marriage, she'll die and dissolve into sea foam. However, despite the dangers, she accepted and drank the potion after she reached land, of course. Let's see. She awakes to see that she has human legs. However, she learned that not only is she fully mute, but she feels incredible pain for each step that she takes. Kind of like being stabbed by knives in a sense. Let's see. She eventually met the prince and became one of her favorite one of his favorite companions. But despite her love, the prince never loved her, and he ends up marrying a temple princess. Upon the ship, the little mermaid fell in despair, but her sisters came with a dagger given by the sea witch, and they tell her to kill the prince in order to save herself. However, at the last second, she could not carry through with the plan. So, she decided to drop the dagger and throw herself into the sea, where she died upon dawn and became sea foam. However, her spirit rises as a spirit of air, where she'll live for 300 years like any other mermaid, and then her soul will be ascended to heaven. Man, that's not exactly how Disney portrayed it, huh? That's kind of sad. Then again, a lot of fairy tales are sad like that. Anyways, mermaids are major creatures told in Europe and across the world, and with so many accounts, there are even more facts and beliefs about mermaids. Here's a few random facts for those that may not know about these sea maidens. Number 1. Early sightings of mermaids are believed to be inspired by actual sightings of sea cows, or dugongs, and manatees. Number 2. Christopher Columbus, the famous explorer, wrote on a personal journal that he encountered 3 mermaids while sailing off the coast of Hispaniola, though later on he realized that they were manatees instead. Let's see. Number 3. Sirens are very similar to mermaids due to their singing and luring men. In fact, some believe that sirens and mermaids could be one and the same, although I personally believe that they are separate species. Let's see. Number 4. Story goes that they have long lifespans at most, and kind of like 200 to 300 years, so they're basically mortals. But they don't have any soul whatsoever. No souls. Number 5. In myths, mermaids are said to have sharp teeth. This leads to believe that mermaids could be either carnivores feasting on smaller fish, or maybe omnivores eating both meat and a diet of seaweeds or kelp. Makes you wonder why they would attack sailors now, do ya? Anyways, number 6. While some mermaids may love humans, others don't. So what happens when a human man finds one that he wants to marry but she doesn't fall for him? Why, it's simple. He just steals her mermaid's cap, belt, comb, or mirror. Yeah, apparently they cannot live without these items, and they stay with the man until she finds them and gives him the slip. Number 7. Some mermaids will go through a marriage as a form of contract under certain conditions. If the conditions are broken in any way, she will dump him. Number 8. According to some myths, if one receives a mermaid kiss by a mermaid, they could gain powers to breathe underwater. But others warn against it, as it might be a seductive trap to make the person come to the sea only to die. That's dark. Number 9. Some mermaids are known to leave gifts for people like bestowal boons. However, be warned, as many gifts bring misfortune, which I will admit, some mermaids might actually do that just to annoy you. Number 10. There are many fake mermaids that are made by greedy businessmen or entertainers to lure in tourists. The famous case is the Fuji mermaid, where P.T. Barnum would sue. He would pretty much take like a needle. Oh, what happened? Think my stream got cut. Anyways, I'm still recording this, so you guys can see this on YouTube. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, there were many fake mermaids that are made by greedy businessmen or entertainers to lure in tourists. The famous cases of Fiji mermaids, where P.T. Barnum would sew a upper monkey's corpse to a headless fish. Ew, disgusting. Anyways, and last but not least, the infamous Blackbeard, Edward Teach, actually had multiple sightings of mermaids in his lifetime, and he will order his men to stay away from any areas he believed that are mermaid infested. Oh, hey, my stream came back. Yes. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah. Being one of the most popular type of mythical creatures in the world in history, It's no wonder that mermaids appear in every form of media and franchise. They appear in so many different movies, shows, games, books, and even merchandise. You can find many mermaid artworks and glass figures that you will buy in local shops and stores. One of the most famous mermaid movies, oh man, I said that wrong. One of the most famous movie mermaids is Ariel from The Little Mermaid. There's also Serena, who, uh, Serena, Serena, who appears in the Pirates of the Caribbean. And TV shows and cartoons, you'll have Ariel again from the Little Mermaid franchise. I think there was a movie called Barbie's A Mermaid Tale where Barbie became a mermaid. And you also got these killer mermaids from the TV series Siren. Now, Animal Planet. Oh, how I miss thee. Uh, they made a mockumentary of mermaids called Mermaids, The Body Found, that tells of scientific hypothesis if mermaids were real and how they would have evolved and thrived. Anime and manga also have some mermaids as characters. This includes Princess Shirahoshi, Granny Kokoro, Kami, Madame Charlie, King Neptune, and a bunch of mermaids and mermen from One Piece. Oh, now of course you can also have other characters too, like there's Aquarius from Fairy Tail, Sunseto from My Bride is a Mermaid, and Varuni from Monster Musume. At least I think that's how you pronounce her name. Now, books also have mermaid themes to them too, like Secrets of the Deep and the Mermaid Chronicles. Pretty much in today's pop media, you will find all kinds of mermaids. However, if you believe in mermaids, you might even find them in real life. That's because from the early 15th century to modern times, there has been numerous sightings of mermaids. And thanks to technology like cameras, phones, and drones, there are actually recorded sightings of these sea creatures. There's actually been major accounts of mermaid sightings that have caused spark in the media and some controversies too. The first major ones are the sightings of Israel, pretty much like from 2009 to 2012, I believe, or whatever the timestamp that is. Many residents have reported seeing a young mermaid doing tricks off of Haiphong Bay in Kuryam Yam. Because of so many sightings, NBC News sent a crew to film the mermaid, and even the Israel government got involved, offering $1 million prize for actual proof. I need to go find a mermaid. For real though. A second major incident was the Zimbabwe in 2012. Apparently, reservoir workers who were doing underwater work at a dam refused to work because they claimed that multiple mermaids were attacking them and chasing them away from the site. This also made it to the news because I think there were some missing people involved. Then you have all the videos that are popping in on YouTube and TikTok, although most are easily dismissed as hoax. However, there could be some videos that stand out mainly due to views and stuff, whether they are real or not. And these includes the mermaid sighting in Israel from the YouTube Tiposa 1996 that was 11 years old, and the whale mermaids caught by the fisherman from the TikTok user Mermaid Guy, who films mysterious sounds and sightings of mermaids during his job as a fisherman at sea during the late night. Okay, I'll admit, I think that one would be kind of hard to fake. Dang it, I keep losing connection. But anyways, I'm almost done. Where was I? Oh yeah. So, I'm not saying that all mermaid sightings are real, considering the fact that you humans love making fake shit and all that. So many of them are hoaxes and fakes. But who knows? Maybe a few of these sightings might be more real than you think. After all, reality is stranger than fiction. And last but not least, this mermaid here is Kaliani. She is a friend of mine from the Grand Guard who used to live in Atlantis, and she is now a good friend. She is also married to Dominic, my Durampire friend. Durampire. Durampire. I'm sorry, I'm just doing that to aggravate. Anyways, with that out of the way, we have now concluded our lessons about the mermaids. And whew, what a lesson it was. So, what do you guys think of the mermaids? Do you think they're really cool creatures? Would you like to swim alongside one and befriend one? Or would you like to stay away because of them possibly might be drowning you? Let me know in the comments section on my YouTube page, which you guys should totally check out. Let's see. Hang on just a second. I keep losing connection. Why am I losing connection? Anyways, I'll figure that out later on. But anyways, I think for the next Creature of the Week stream, we are going to be involving a certain type of shapeshifter that loves to neigh a lot. I hope you guys figure out what that is later on in the future. But anyways, speaking of my friend Kalyani here, I think I'm going to be doing introducing the Guildmate stream. I'll probably try it tomorrow if I can fix my internet, because I have no idea what's wrong with it. But anyways, I'm going to go on ahead and end the stream right here. So with all that out of the way, thank you all for coming on this fantastic Creature of the Week stream. I hope y'all had as much fun as I did as we got to learn about mermaids and pretty much their entire history and relationship between humans and stuff. And if you wish to see more of these, just check me out on my Twitch page. Also check me out on Twitter and YouTube as well. And with that, I bid this show adieu. And this class adjourn. So see you guys. Bye. So long. Okay, bye.